John, 1 John 2, 3 and 4 and 5. And in this we know that we have known him, if his commands we keep. He who is saying, I have known him, and his command is not keeping, a liar is he, and in him the truth is not. And whoever may keep his word, truly in him the love of God hath been perfected. In this we know that we are in him. And 1 John 5, 1 to 5. Everyone who is believing that Jesus is the Anointed, of God he hath been begotten. And everyone who is loving him who did beget, doth love also him who is begotten of him. In this we know that we love the children of God, when we may love God, and his commands may keep. For this is the love of God, that his commands we keep, and his commands are not burdensome. Because everyone who is begotten of God doth overcome the world, and this is the victory that did overcome the world, our faith. Who is he who is overcoming the world, if not he who is believing that Jesus is the Son of God? Matthew 11:28 to 30. Come unto me, all ye laboring and burdened ones, and I will give you rest. Take up my yoke upon you, and learn from me, because I am meek and humble in heart, and ye shall find rest to your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Anyone who has not learned from Jesus is working hard and is burdened of human things, but not everyone is humble enough to admit it. We should learn from Jesus because he is meek and humble of heart. What do we especially need to learn from Jesus so that our yoke become easy and our burden light? Well, verse 27. And I'll read from verse 25. At that time Jesus answering said, I do confess to thee, Father, Lord of the heavens and of the earth, that thou didst hide these things from wise and understanding ones, and didst reveal them to babes. Yes, Father, because so it was good pleasure before thee. All things were delivered to me by my Father, and none doth know the Son except the Father, nor doth any know the Father except the Son, and he to whom the Son may wish to reveal him. We are and have nothing except what we have received from God. Such thinking did also John the Baptist and Paul have. In John chapter 3 and verse 27, John answered and said, a man is not able to receive anything if it may not have been given him from the heaven. And Philippians 3 until 11. For we are the circumcision who by the Spirit are serving God and glorifying in anointed Jesus, and in flesh having no trust. Though I also have cause of trust in the flesh, if any other one doth think to have trust in flesh, I more. Circumcision on the 8th day, of the race of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews, according to law a Pharisee, according to zeal persecuting the assembly, according to righteousness that is in law becoming blameless. But what things were to me gains, these I have counted because of the Anointed loss. Yes, indeed. And I count all things to be loss, because of the excellency of the knowledge of Anointed Jesus my Lord, because of whom all the things I suffered loss. Because of all things I suffered loss, and do count them to be refuse, that anointed I may gain, and be found in him, not having my righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through faith of Christ, or anointed, the righteousness that is of God by the faith, to know him, and the power of his rising again, and the fellowship of his sufferings, being conformed to his death, if anyhow I may attain to the rising again of the dead. So here comes the commandments of Jesus. Deny yourself, take up your cross daily and follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Do not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. From Matthew 4:19. And he saith to them, Come ye after me, and I will make you fishers of men. Matthew 16:24 and to 26. Then Jesus said to his disciples, If anyone doth will to come after me, let him disown himself, and take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever may will to save his life shall lose it, and whoever may lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited, if he may gain the whole world, but of his life suffer loss? Or what shall a man give as an exchange for his life? Mark 1:17. And Jesus said to them, Come ye after me, and I shall make you to become fishers of men. Mark 2:14. And passing by, he saw Levi of Alphaeus sitting at the tax office, and saith to him, Be following me. And he, having risen, did follow him. Mark 10:21. And Jesus, having looked upon him, did love him, and said to him, One thing thou dost lack. Go away, whatever thou hast, sell and give to the poor, and thou shalt have a treasure in heaven. And come, be following me, having taken up the cross. Luke 5:10. And in like manner also James and John, sons of Zebedee, who were partners with Simon. And Jesus said unto Simon, Fear not, henceforth thou shalt be catching men. Luke 5:27. And after these things he went forth, and beheld a tax gatherer by name Levi, sitting at the tax office, and said to him, Be following me. Luke 9:23 to 26. And he said unto all, If anyone doth will to come after me, let him disown himself, and take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever will not to save his life shall lose it. And whoever may lose his life for my sake, he shall save it. For what is a man profited, having gained the whole world, and having lost or having forfeited himself? For whoever may be ashamed of me and my words, of this one shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he come in his glory, and the fathers and the holy messengers. Luke 14:26 to 35. If anyone doth come unto me, and doth not hate his own father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brothers, and sisters, and yet even his own life, he is not able to be my disciple. And whoever doth not bear his cross and come after me is not able to be my disciple. For who of you, willing to build a tower, doth not first, having sat down, count the expense, whether he have the things for the completing, lest that he, having laid a foundation, and not being able to finish, all who were beholding may begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going on to engage with another king in war, doth not, having sat down, first consult if he be able to with 10,000 to meet him who with 20,000 is coming against him? And if not so, he being yet a long way off, having sent an embassy, he doth ask the things for peace. So then, every one of you who doth not take leave of all that he himself hath is not able to be my disciple. The salt is good, but if the salt doth become tasteless, with what shall it be seasoned? Neither for land nor for manure is it fit. They cast it without. He who is having ears to hear, let him hear. And John 8:12. Again, therefore, Jesus spake to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who is following me shall not walk in the darkness, but he shall have the light of the life. Light of the life. John 12:24-26. Verily, verily, I say to you, if the grain of the wheat, having fallen to the earth, may not die, itself remain alone, and if it may die, it doth bear much fruit. He who is loving his life shall lose it. He who is hating his life in this world, to life age during shall keep it. If anyone may minister to me, let him follow me. And where I am, there also my ministrant shall be. And if anyone may minister to me, honor him will the Father. John 21:19. And this he said, signifying by what death he shall glorify God. And having said this, he saith to him, Be following me. Take up your cross daily and follow me. Taking up the cross represents death, that is, you should be willing to die for Jesus. But it also represents your call and your goals, that is, that you are obedient and do what God tells you, and that you complete what you are here on earth to do. When you carry the cross or is crucified, you have to lay everything down. You will be crucified naked. The cross speaks of self-denial and renunciation of all things required. Follow him, not by what you yourself think that you should do, but on his terms and in the obedience of his word.